Before we pray, close your eyes for a second. Breathe slowly. Let go of your worries and allow the peace of God to touch your heart. This is a sacred moment of encounter with Him. Today, before making any decision, heaven is inviting you to trust. Truly trust, not with a rushed mind or a divided heart, but with a surrender that flows from your soul. Proverbs 3 teaches us something simple yet profound. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Maybe that's exactly the direction you needed today. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to carry everything alone. God wants to be part of your plans, to guide you, to protect you from wrong turns and lead you in wisdom. Leave your prayer request in the comments. We want to pray for you and your family. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, take this moment to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and receive new prayers. Write this in the comments as a declaration of faith. Lord, I trust in you more than in myself. This simple act of faith can shift the course of your day. Now, surrender your heart, your thoughts, your plans, and let's pray together. Lord, this morning I come before you with everything I carry in my heart, the doubts, the fears, the decisions I need to make, the paths that still seem unclear. To me, Father, I admit it. So many times I tried to rely on my own understanding. I made plans, I rushed, I exhausted myself, and still felt lost. But today, in your presence, I choose to trust, not just with words, but with a real and surrendered heart. I give you my expectations, the paths that seemed right to me, and even the dreams I fear losing, because I know you see beyond what I see. You know the end from the beginning. And when I place you at the center of it all, everything starts to align with your will. God, take away the pressure to figure everything out. I don't want to rely on logic anymore. I want to rely on your faithfulness. Teach me to rest even when I don't understand. Help me to follow you even when I can't see the next step. Renew my faith right now, Lord. Wipe away the weariness, dissolve the anxiety, silence the restlessness of my soul. Let my trust in you become greater than my fear of the unknown. Let my heart find rest in knowing that you care about every detail, that you make the crooked paths straight, and that you will lead me to the right place at the right time. I choose to believe. I choose to trust. I choose you, Father. Your word says, in all your ways submit to Him, and that takes more than routine or habit. It takes sensitivity. It takes closeness. So today I ask you, Lord, give me wisdom to recognize your ways. Open my spiritual eyes so I don't miss your hand at work in the small things. Sometimes you move not through thunder or loud signs, but through a calm peace, a door gently closing for my protection, or a soft prompting that whispers, wait. Help me to perceive what comes from you and what only looks good but is not aligned with your heart. Lord, I don't want to chase after opportunities that pull me away from your will. I don't want to be guided by emotions or appearances. I want to be guided by you. If something I desire is not for your glory, close the door with grace. But if it is from you, confirm it with peace. And if I push toward what you never planned for me, correct me gently before I go too far. Teach me not to be deceived by attractive paths that lead to destruction. Make my heart so sensitive to your spirit that I'll stop the moment you say, this is not it, and boldly move forward the moment you say, now is the time. Lord, don't let me live on autopilot. Help me discern the difference between my voice and yours, between pressure and conviction, between impulse and obedience. I want to know your ways, walk in your direction, and live a life that honors your name. Guide me step by step, and make me wise enough to know when it's you leading. Lord, there are moments when everything feels unclear, when the prayers seem unanswered, the doors remain closed, and my heart begins to wonder, am I really on the right path? But it's in these very moments that faith becomes more than a word. It becomes a choice. Because trusting when everything makes sense is easy. What's hard is staying faithful when I can't see what's ahead. And still, today I choose to trust. Even if my eyes can't see the way, even if my surroundings say otherwise, I believe you are with me. I believe that there's purpose even in the waiting and that you are working through the silence. Lord, take away from me the rush that tries to outrun your timing. Take away the pride that wants to control everything, and teach me to walk by faith. Let me walk like Abraham, who left everything behind without even knowing the destination, but he followed because he trusted the one who was leading. May I have that same obedience, even when I don't have all the answers. Let my faith be rooted not just in the promise, but in the God of the promise, just like Moses, who said he wouldn't take a single step in the desert if your presence didn't go with him. I say it too. I don't want to move without your approval, even if it delays my plans, even if it makes me walk slower. I would rather be held back by you than run ahead without you. Lord, teach me to trust you above all else, not because I understand everything, but because I know you never fail. Lord, how many times have I asked for your direction, yet hesitated when it required surrender? How often have I clung to comfort instead of embracing the peace that comes through obedience? Today I understand that trusting you with all my heart means giving up control. It means saying yes even when it's hard. It means closing the door to something good in order to live what is eternal. And though surrender is never easy, it's in that place of letting go that I find true peace, the kind that doesn't come from favorable circumstances, but from knowing I'm walking in your will. Father, help me to obey you even when it means releasing something I've held on to for years. Teach me to say no to what looks appealing if it doesn't carry your blessing. Give me a heart like Jesus who, even in anguish, prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done." Let that become my prayer too. Let obedience become my delight. Let surrender become the way I choose to live. And let every choice made in faithfulness become a testimony of your goodness. I know that when I walk in obedience, I'm not walking away from something, I'm walking toward you. And that is where peace lives, even when I don't know what's ahead, even when the road feels narrow. I know that obedience will lead me exactly where you want me to be. And there, I will find rest. Not because everything is perfect, but because I am in the center of your perfect will. Lord, I've cried over plans that didn't work out. I've been frustrated when paths I believed in collapsed. I've questioned the no's, the closed doors, the disappointments. But today, with a heart that's more mature and a spirit that's more grounded, I can finally say, what I once called failure, I now recognize as your protection. What felt like the end was actually a new beginning. And now I understand, when my plans fail, it's often because your will is stepping in. And that's not punishment. That's grace. That's mercy. That's love. God, thank you for every divine redirection. Thank you for blocking roads that would have led me away from you. Thank you for every answer that didn't come the way I wanted, but drew me closer to your heart. I surrender to your sovereignty. I choose to trust, even when the dreams I built don't come to pass, because your thoughts are higher than mine, and your ways are always better, even when I don't understand. So I say today, with humility and conviction, if my plans are not aligned with yours, let them fail. Let them fall apart if they don't bring you glory. Break down every ambition that isn't rooted in your will. I'd rather face disappointment now than live in regret later. Show me how to rejoice, not just when things go right, but when you lovingly step in and say, that's not the way. Lord, may every failed plan become a door to deeper trust in you, and every closed door become a reminder that you are guiding me to something greater than I ever imagined. Lord, in so many areas of life, I'm constantly faced with choices. Some seem small, others carry great weight. And the truth is, without your wisdom, I risk choosing based on emotion, pressure, or appearance, not on your voice. That's why today I come before you with an open heart and pray. Guide me with your light. Give me clarity, discernment, and a heart that's aligned with yours. Let every decision I make, no matter how minor it may seem, be laid before you first. God, help me not to depend only on what seems logical or safe. Teach me to value your whisper over the loudest opinions. Let me wait when you say it's not time, and move with boldness when you say go. Make me wise enough to recognize when something is simply a distraction dressed as opportunity. Help me say no to doors you didn't open, no matter how tempting they look, and say yes to your ways, even if they seem slow or unconventional. Father, give me sensitivity to feel the peace of your spirit when you are confirming something. And when there's unrest or unease, let me take it as a sign to pause, to pray, to seek deeper counsel. Lord, I want my decisions to reflect heaven. I want my choices to point to you. Keep me from rushing. Keep me from trying to figure everything out in my own understanding. I want to choose wisely, walk rightly, and honor you in every step I take, because when you are guiding, I know I will not be lost. Lord, I've tried so many times to carry the weight by myself. I've fought to hold things together, to control what was falling apart, to fix what felt broken beyond repair. I've stayed up late, worried in silence, smiled when I was falling apart inside, all because I believed it was my responsibility to manage everything. But today, in this sacred moment with you, I finally understand. I was never meant to carry it all alone. I was created to trust, to rest, to surrender. So now, Father, I lay it all at your feet. Every worry that steals my peace, every plan that drains my strength, every situation that is too heavy for me, I place it in your hands, the hands that never fail, the hands that know how to restore, the hands that carry me when I have no more energy to stand. I release control. I let go of the illusion that I have to be strong all the time, and I choose to believe that when I stop striving, you start working in ways far greater than I ever could. God, remove the burden of perfection, quiet the voice in my mind that says, I have to do it all. Teach me to lead by your Spirit, not driven by pressure. Remind me that surrender is not weakness, it is wisdom, it is trust in action, it is freedom. I don't want to live in survival mode anymore. I want to live in the flow of your grace. So today, I surrender not just the hard things, but everything, every plan, every fear, every outcome, because I know that whatever I place in your hands is safe, and whatever you carry, you also redeem that, Father. I confess that so many times I've asked you to bless my plans I created without asking what you wanted first. I've come to you with dreams already decided, only hoping for your approval. But now I realize, true faith isn't asking you to follow me, it's choosing to follow you. So today, Lord, I ask you to align my heart with your purpose, shift my desires, realign my priorities. Let your will become more precious to me than my own expectations. God, I surrender the goals that are built on pride. I surrender the timelines that pressure me. I surrender the dreams that distract me from what matters most. If you didn't write it into my story, I don't want to chase it anymore. Let nothing in my life compete with your purpose. Take center, place again, shape me into someone who loves what you love, and lets go of what doesn't glorify you. Let my ambition bow to obedience. Let my talents serve your kingdom. Let my dreams reflect your heart. Even if your plans look simpler than what I imagined, they are holy. Even if they lead me to quiet places instead of stages, they are eternal. I want what you want, Lord, because I trust that your purpose is bigger than applause, deeper than success, and more satisfying than anything the world could give. My calling isn't about impressing others, it's about reflecting you. So, mold my heart until it beats with yours. Lead me, even when it means starting over, and keep me close enough to hear when you whisper. This is what I created you for, Lord. In a world filled with noise, pressure, opinions, and endless options, I've come to understand something vital. When I don't know which way to go, I don't need a sign in the sky. I need your peace in my soul, because it's not always about what looks good on the outside. Sometimes, the loudest no from you comes in the form of an unsettled heart. And sometimes, your beautiful yes isn't dramatic, it's quiet. It's still, it's peace that flows like a river in the middle of the storm. And that's why today I pray with all sincerity. Let your peace be my compass. Let it be the sign that tells me where to go and where to stop, Lord. Don't let me move forward in any decision if your peace isn't walking with me. Don't let me be deceived by what seems urgent, what others push me to do, or what my emotions demand. If the path is filled with anxiety, hesitation, or fear, I don't want it. I want to live a life that follows your voice, not just my own reasoning. I want to pause when your spirit says wait, even if everyone else says go. And I want to step out boldly when your spirit says move, even if the path seems unfamiliar. You know how many times I rushed ahead without peace and paid the price. How often I made decisions based on fear, pressure, or assumption, and ended up wounded, tired, and confused, but no more. Lord, today I draw a line. I choose your peace over pressure, your voice over noise, your way over urgency. Even if I have to wait longer, I will wait for peace. Even if I don't understand everything, I will trust what I feel from you deep within. Because when your peace is present, I can be sure that your hand is guiding. So teach me to stop relying on emotional highs or external signs. Train my heart to listen for the whisper, that whisper of stillness, that inner knowing that comes only from walking closely with you. Lord, be the shepherd of my soul, and let peace be the evidence that I'm walking in step with you. May every decision I make be born in prayer, confirmed by your word, and sealed by your peace. And when I feel that calm in my spirit, that unshakable stillness even when everything around me seems unsure, let me have the courage to say yes. Because when I follow your peace, I'm never walking alone. Lord, I admit it, waiting is hard. It challenges my emotions, tests my trust, and stretches my patience in ways I never expected. I know you are never late, but sometimes my heart forgets. Sometimes the silence feels louder than your promises. And in those moments, I wrestle with doubt. I ask questions like, why not now? Or have you forgotten me? But deep down, I know that what you are doing in the waiting is just as important as the answer itself. So today, I surrender to your timing. I lay down my clock and pick up my faith. Father, teach me not to fear the pause, not to see the waiting as punishment, but as preparation. You are never idle. Even when I feel stuck, you are moving. Even when I feel forgotten, you are working behind the scenes. Your word reminds me that those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. So renew me now, Lord. Strengthen my hope. Anchor me in your promises. Don't let the delay drown out what you've already spoken. Help me to hold on, not just with gritted teeth, but with confident expectation. So many times I've rushed ahead, trying to force open doors that weren't meant for me yet. And every time, I ended up exhausted. But you, Lord, are patient with me. You don't condemn, you call me back gently. You whisper, wait with me. And that's what I want. I want to learn to enjoy the journey, not just crave the destination. I want to grow while I wait, in character, in strength, in intimacy with you, because what's the use of receiving a promise if I'm not ready to carry it? Lord, protect me from settling just to escape the wait. Keep me from choosing shortcuts that lead me away from your best. And when discouragement comes, speak louder than the doubt. Remind me of who you are, faithful, on time, and always good. Let my waiting become worship. Let every minute I spend trusting you become an offering of faith. I may not know when or how, but I know who, and that's enough to keep believing. Even if it takes longer than I hoped, I'll wait for you, because I trust that when your answer comes, it will be beautiful, complete, and worth every moment of faith. Lord, today, I'm not just asking for answers, I'm asking for strength. Strength to stay faithful in the middle of the process. Strength to remain steady when the road feels long and the results are invisible. Strength to keep trusting even when it seems like nothing is changing. I know you are working, but sometimes the process feels like too much. I feel tired, I feel unseen. I wonder if I'm doing something wrong. But in the depth of my soul, I also know this: the process isn't meant to break me, it's meant to build me. It's where you mold me, mature me, prepare me. And if you're allowing it, then it must be producing something eternal. Father, teach me to value the process, even when it's painful. Help me to worship while I wait, to serve while I hope, to remain faithful even when I'm not applauded, noticed, or celebrated. Let my character go deeper than my calling. Let my roots grow stronger than my platform. Because if the process is what prepares me for the promise, then I don't want to rush it. I want to walk through it with you, with grace, with humility, and with the strength that only you can give. Lord, I'm tempted sometimes to give up, to compare my pace to others, to believe that maybe you've passed me by. But I silence those lies now in Jesus' name. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm also not where I used to be. And that is proof that you are at work in me. I'm still here. I'm still believing. I'm still moving forward, even when it's slow. So breathe fresh courage into my soul. Remind me that progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like perseverance. Sometimes it looks like choosing faith over fear. One more day. Father, protect me from bitterness in the process, from doubt that corrodes faith, from frustration that makes me forget your faithfulness. Help me to remember every time you came through, every miracle, every closed door that was really a blessing, every breakthrough that came just in time. Remind me that you waste nothing. Every delay has purpose. Every hard day has value. Every tear has been seen. So today, I stand firm not because the process is easy, but because you are with me in it. And if you are here, I will keep going. I will keep trusting. I will stay faithful, not by might, not by power, but by your Spirit. Lord, everything around me changes so quickly. People come and go. Circumstances shift without warning. What seemed solid yesterday can crumble by morning. And if I'm honest, sometimes that instability leaves me anxious, afraid, uncertain. But in the middle of it all, I come back to this unshakable truth. You never change. You are my constant, my rock, my refuge, my hiding place in every storm. When the world feels uncertain, I find safety in trusting you, because no matter what falls apart, you remain faithful always. God, today I choose to make trust my foundation, not my success, not my achievements, not even my own strength or wisdom. I place my security in you, not in what I can do, but in who you are. You are my provider when the bills pile up. You are my healer when my body feels weak. You are my counselor when my thoughts spiral in confusion. You are my peace when anxiety tries to steal my breath. You are everything I need, and when I have you, I lack nothing of true value. Father, I let go of the illusion of control. I lay down the false security I've built on people, possessions, or plans. I embrace the truth that real security is not found in having all the answers. It's found in knowing the one who does. It's found in resting in the arms of a God who holds the future and calls me his own. It's found in remembering that I'm not alone, that I'm never forsaken, that even if everything else shifts beneath my feet, I stand firm on the foundation of your love. So Lord, anchor my heart in trust. Let me sleep peacefully, knowing you're watching over me. Let me walk confidently, even into the unknown, because you go before me. Let me live freely, unburdened by fear, because you hold all things together. Teach me not to trust in the outcome, but in your presence, not in the path, but in the shepherd who leads me. Because when I trust in you with all my heart, I may not always know where I'm going, but I always know I'm safe. Lord, there are so many things I still don't understand, so many whys that remain unanswered, so many moments in my past, and even now, that feel confusing, unfair, or simply painful. I've asked, I've waited, and at times I've wept over silence. But through it all, you've remained close, and in the depth of that closeness, you've taught me that trust doesn't require understanding, that faith doesn't need explanations, it just needs surrender. So today, I choose to trust you, not because everything makes sense, but because you are good, and your heart for me is perfect. Father, I lay down the need to always know the outcome. I lay down the pressure to have all the details. I release the urge to demand answers, and I receive the invitation to simply walk with you, like a child holding their parent's hand in the dark. I may not know where we're going, but I know who I'm with, and that's all I need. Your presence is enough. Your character is trustworthy, and if you've brought me this far, you won't abandon me now. You've shown me, Lord, that often the greatest breakthroughs come not from clarity, but from surrender. When I stop trying to figure everything out and start resting in your wisdom, when I stop overthinking and simply say, God, I trust you, that's when peace comes. That's when strength returns. That's when joy rises up again in the waiting. So I refuse to be paralyzed by the unknown. I refuse to let confusion steal my worship. I refuse to let mysteries silence my prayers. Even when I don't understand, I will still praise you. Teach me to live with open hands and a trusting heart, to say, yes, Lord, even when I don't know what follows, to believe that even the broken pieces of my story are being shaped by the master potter, and one day, even if not here, I will see the full picture. Until then, I choose to trust, not just in what you do, but in who you are, faithful, present, loving, sovereign, enough, Lord. More than answers, more than blessings, more than breakthroughs, what I truly want is to live a life fully surrendered to you, a life where every step is aligned with your will, every choice is laid at your feet, and every plan begins with prayer. I don't want to live halfway anymore, half trusting, half controlling, half obedient. I want to walk in wholeness before you. I want my life to reflect a heart that's fully yielded, a mind renewed by your truth, and hands open for whatever you desire to give or take away. Father, I surrender my dreams, my talents, my resources, my time. I surrender the secret places of my heart where I've tried to stay in control. I lay down the parts of me I've held back, the fears I've hidden, the wounds I've ignored, the ambitions I've chased without you. I give them all to you now, and I ask, lead me, guide me, shape me, correct me when I drift, redirect me when I wander, remind me when I forget. I don't want to build a life that looks successful on the outside but is hollow within. I want a life that carries your glory, even in silence. I want to be faithful when no one's watching. I want to be obedient even when it's costly. God, I know that a surrendered life doesn't mean a perfect life. It means a dependent life. It means choosing to be led rather than to lead myself. It means living not for applause, but for approval from heaven. It means letting go of timelines, outcomes, and expectations, and clinging only to your voice. I'm not asking for an easy journey. I'm asking for a guided one, a purposeful one that walks closely with you, step by step, even when the path winds through wilderness or waiting. So here I am, Lord, I surrender again, not with fear, but with faith, not with hesitation, but with hunger. Let my life be a vessel of your will. Let my thoughts be aligned with your truth. Let my steps be ordered by your Spirit. And may everything I do, every project, every relationship, every decision be born in your presence and carried out for your glory. Because in the end, success isn't about what I accomplish, it's about how faithfully I followed you. If this prayer touched your heart and reminded you of God's love, write in the comments, Amen. Don't keep this moment to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who also needs a word of peace and direction. And subscribe to the channel to receive the next prayers. You could be the answer to someone's cry today. Also, leave your prayer request in the comments. It will be an honor to pray for you and your family. And if you've never made this prayer of surrender before, you can do it now with faith. Lord, may I live my next days saved by grace. May anyone who looks at me see a reflection of your love. Today I pray, Jesus, I receive you into my heart. I choose you and surrender my life to you. Write my name in your book of life. I am yours forever.